white AoE circle, they will have an inner red AoE circle. If you stand in the white circle, you trigger them to be targetable, to be killable. If you stand in the red circle, you will kill yourself and everyone very close to you.
We can't have that.
There will also be a tower sort of shooting at us, which we already have someone dealing with that. I'm glad someone decided that. Basically, we help them out by taking a portal if it's below us. Otherwise, we just clear the mobs. Once we capture a tower, which I will call out again for the new people here. Once we capture it, we can walk back down. We can jump back down, basically. You see the mines, we cleared them, that's great. Backwalk guy can go do backwalk things. The ads here will spawn in waves, we just clear them as we go. We kill the mines, they will respawn after a time. We pull Glenna along the way inside the white circles, so she opens the way for the tower group. We kill the mobs on top of the tower or otherwise claim it to make it easier for the tower person. Oh, you ran into the mine. Or you got feared into the mine.
Yes, I got feared.
For this encounter, you don't need any damage stuff really, just have survivability. Unbreaks, ability and stuff, so that doesn't happen. Yeah, leave the last mob alive, tower is captured, you can come back down. The person who is pulling Glenna will have nice voice lines, like if you pull her, she might say she's not your puppy, but we all know she's the best dog ever.
Wow.
We pull her in the white circles, so she opens the ley line on top for the tower people. Then we take the next portal, clear on top. As you saw, we killed the tower. We cleared the tower, which spawned these skull enemies. They are the wargs. And every time we claim a tower, they will walk towards us from the back and from the front. If they touch Glenna, she will almost likely instantly die. Take the portal again for the tower. I don't know where you are, I'm sorry, I can't tell you. Tower is claimed. Kill one more, but leave the last mob alive. Yeah, you probably stepped into a mine then. Like, where are you? Undead? Oh, undead. Yeah, you probably died to a mine. That's the thing, like this encounter is not really noteworthy of anything, it's basically just a free LI. It's just people like to sacrifice themselves. Kill the walk, don't let him reach Glenna. Use any form of immobilize, chill and stuff, don't use stuns or otherwise. If the walk reaches Glenna, she's likely to die. People like to kill themselves on the mine to go AFK during this event.
Wow.
Because you can't rest them.
Why didn't I think of that? Joking.
So yeah. You see, we pull Glenna, we take the portals when they're up. Wait for the... Otherwise we clear them, take the portal here. Kill the mobs on top. Leave one alive. And that's how we deal with this. Tower is captured, you can go back down. I'll help out a bit more on top of here. Yeah. If the walk is coming, prepare to make him regret coming towards us. Walk, slow him, otherwise deal with him. Always pay attention to respawning mines. Backwalk guys doing backwalk things. It's great. As you see, the walks come from two directions, but we have one guy, one DPS player, anyone can do it. With slows, with chills, anything really, who deals with the walk that is behind us. And Aragon really likes that job. Yeah, the best sleeping really is just sacrificing yourself to a mine. Let's slow this walk down. Once he's dead, we can hopefully take the next portal. Or we just clear these mobs while we wait for the portal. This is the first encounter, it's the easiest of any raid, which gives an LI. So you can do it weekly for some free LI. And that's how you get into your 200 LI strike groups. Spirit Run needs the Veil Guardian cleared beforehand, so that's why it's not that free. Now you see what a real first encounter of a raid wing feels like. Only Slothazor were like that. Yeah, this can fail really hard, like during our training it failed because of multiple things. One of them is Glenna dying, she's kinda low, but she's still fine. Killed the mobs already. You see, this will be the last walk, so backwalk guy, once you're done with your walk, you can come towards us. Or you can wait at the first corpse, and once we're done clearing with the towers.
Yeah, the Misters didn't have the poison thing they needed to get through.
Yeah, anyway, backwalk guy can come towards us, or use the ley line to be faster, or wait at the first corpse, since once we're done claiming the towers, you can rest the corpses so they don't AFK the whole way. Otherwise, after we clear the last tower, watch out for Glenna. Watch out for Glenna, and she's dead. Basically, Glenna was pulled too early into the white circle while there were still ads on top of her.
Glenna, no.
Like we needed to kill the ads first before we could pull Glenna there. F our puppy. Poor puppy. We are the puppy killers.
Wow.
Can we start?
Yeah, you can start. I already went ready check. Escort failing, as you see, it can happen. It should not happen. I hope we all know why it happened, because the two people died before anything really happened. I hope you have stun breaks now. Otherwise, we just continue as we were. Clear the mobs along the way, backwalk guy can go AFK, and such is the way of poor tower chrono. This encounter is basically carried by our tower guy who does the cave for us, because you do not want to go in the cave, it does very bad things to you. And as I don't really know anything else about the cave, I won't say anything further unless Kenzo wants to explain what happens in the cave. Okay, that's great.
Nice
so
response.
basically,
Make your way through, don't get killed. And
Yeah,
you should be
the
someone who
cave-
can provide portals. So, probably Mesmer.
if it's like a small sex dungeon, if you go inside there, you are likely to experience horrible things which make you want to sacrifice yourself on top of a mine or otherwise. That's the funny way to explain it.
Ah. But what if you're into that?
I mean, sure, why not? Can try. Can you put a portal for us? I don't think so.
Maybe in the next patch update.
Hey, you tanked on Necro
Yeah.
Doom, right? Don't kill the last one, you can kill the Spell Mage, I'm gonna kill it. You kill all the mobs on top of a tower, they will respawn and make it harder for the person who goes from tower to tower to deal with them. Because they will still shoot the tower person. Don't stand in that mine, I'm gonna trigger it, now kill it. And all's fine. The way we claim these towers is basically by having more of us stand in them than the enemy. Oh, don't take that portal, we kill the walk first. How we can take the ball. Have more people than have more of us stand inside them than the enemy. Oh, this one. So if you're really experienced on a Chronomancer, you can even solo the towers. I've seen that.
Can you do that, Kenzo?
but-
Kenzo usually has people who do things for him. I don't have bags when I travel, I have people.
People to carry the bags. But if I ask nicely, would you carry my bag?
Carried once Madonna's handbag.
Yeah, you can carry my
Oh.
fancy handbag.
Yeah, you were standing inside the red circle of the mine. So, rip, I guess.
An F in the chat for focus.
Yeah. That's how you can quickly kill yourself.
Now I can sit on focus. He sat on me before.
Also, if you see an ad wave basically coming to Glenna, it's better to kill them first before taking the portal, because you saw Glenna die already, and you do not want to see her die again, right?
Oh yeah, she's getting the shit kicked out of her by a minion.
Leave the last mobs alive. Whoever wants to help focus up after we're done with the towers can go and res his corpse. Once all towers are cleared. It's the funny part. This is the only boss you can res at. I think there's no other raid encounter where you can res on the boss itself. Like you can pick up dead people.
I think there are two separate events.
I don't even think you can do it in Wing 7 Gate.
You can't do during the gate, but once, like, on encounters where you have several events, you can actually rest.
Like during the Spirit Rail.
Like
thing.
statues, for example.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And in statues, you can also rest while the group's in fight.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it, but I will say it. That's how I got my 5-minute statues achievement.
Yeah, you should ask Dari how he got it with his people.
Now we can pull.
Or how Dolph got it. Dolph, how did you get it?
So, the last tower is coming up, and after that tower, the main boss will spawn. We just stack on top of him because he likes to teleport around.
Kenzo, I got it within 5 minutes.
The tower is clear, everyone come to the gate. The boss will teleport randomly. He has confusion if you stand in front of him, which is a nice know-how of Xera already. He also has a thing that once he reaches 75% every 25%, which is rather fast, he will split up, he will spawn 2 ads, you will get a color above you. You can only kill the ad with your color. Ad mechanic will also be sorta present during the next boss, but we will most likely ignore it. We will ignore it or we will die to it. So kill the one that has your color, you do no damage to the other one. Lana is safe back there. We successfully saved all the puppies. Let the boss come to us. There will also be walks coming from the gate, which is why we want to take the boss here. Basically, after every color mechanic, one of these walks will spawn. If they reach Glenna, they can still kill her at this point, so we try to cleave it down while also killing the boss. allow people to see also these small ads teleport around as well. So if they are really nice, we can all just stand on these stairs. Otherwise, we have.
You'll
to
find
move
that
around
in some groups, or many groups, they've abandoned stacking at gate anymore because they keep spawning in the middle anyway. And the walks
Yeah.
were a big issue back in the days when this came out, but I mean, nowadays, people understand that they need to slow and kill stuff. But if
I
you go
just
to the
feel
gate,
like-
you have a lot of back and forth from the middle into the gate.
Yeah, like you could be fine if the boss instantly teleports you, but you're right with that he spawns in the middle basically. I still like to do it because you may not clear the walk. That's the only thing I'm worried about at this point. We already had Glenna die once, I don't want a repeat of that. What Kenzo said is right, in more experienced groups you will take it where it spawns, otherwise the gate is always safe. So, for a free achievement, stand on top of the boss, on top of the farm. Nice, Dolph got it. And we move on to the first real boss of this ring, which is called Keep Construct. Basically, Condi DPS is, as of yet, not very much appreciated on this boss. I know that will change with the next meta, probably. So I will have power food for you here. Is heal food still? How long do we? Okay, 30 minutes still. Who wants takes this power food? And we move on to keep constructs. There are a couple things to say here. I'm just gonna go through the ready check. One thing is there will be, as with Sloth, random targeting of ads. These ads will give you a purple diamond. Above your head there will be a tether towards you. There will be 2 at once. We want to kill them away from each other, because if they walk too close to one another, 2 rifts should work out fine. If they walk too close towards each other, they will try to merge. If they merge, they will spawn a bigger ad. Bad things happen. If you see an AoE circle on top of the boss, you want to dodge it. Otherwise, you want stability or something, because it will knock you down. We kill this ad, which spawned by the lit up statue. We kill it very close to the boss, so it removes a stack of the boss's buff. Once the boss has both stacks removed, it opens a break bar for us. And we need to break this one fast, because this minigame with the colors is spawning and it is bad for us. Now there will be green circles. 2 people per green circles. I don't need to see any more. Other people.
Can someone release Ventus, please?
Other people help the person who is currently not released, because you still need to clear this projection. I just can't talk fast enough because we go through it too fast. Now you stack in the middle and you kill the projection, the champion ads as well. So yeah, we killed 2 of these ads which spawned these green circles. They removed a stacking buff from the boss. This is called Sarah's Embrace. Sarah is the main boss of this ring. Then we can break him. Once he's broken, we will enter this green triple phase thing, where we will have 2 people standing on every green, not more. The other people who do not have the green duty help with the... totally fine, we have enough soul beasts. Yet, soul beasts are gonna... I'm so not looking forward to the soul beast change. Okay, 2 people per the 3 green circles. And not more, because the others will have to deal with the champion ad. They will still spawn during that. If you have a marker on top of you, like one of the don't stand inside the boss, you will take a lot of damage. If you have a champion ad during that triple green circle thing, you try to have someone release you from your green, if you are on one of the greens where only 2 people are. have someone release you, and go towards the other people so you can all kill it quickly. What we also saw were these orbs, which we collected with the color again. Do not stand on top of the boss now. We see him. We collect these orbs while KC is invulnerable, because if we don't collect them, he will get a stacking buff, and with many stacks of that buff, he will channel an AoE, and it does a lot of damage if he has like 30 stacks. Usually less than 20 stacks is totally fine, and as long as people stand on these or stand in front of these orbs, we should not get more than 20 stacks. What we also see is these when KC does his pizza slice attack, let's put it that way. I don't have my banners up for some reason, I'm sorry my group. He will do his pizza attack, which will also spawn an AoE below him, which is like a Mesmer portal. You will get confusion, you will get torment, you will get a lot of damage if you stand on top of that. Yeah, that's my fault, but you see, we do not really get it to 33. That's why we ignore basically the break bar and force him to 33, like if we have 1 or 2% left. We force him to the next phase without revealing the break bar, without killing the ads on top of him. Just so we don't have to deal with a lengthy orb phase anymore.
When you are
Otherwise-
fixated during the DPS phase, you have to make sure that you move the projection into the cleave area of the group.
Otherwise,
You may
we try
risk
to get
madness.
him. Try to get him to 33%, 66% like the next phase. Again, don't stand on top of the boss. You see the pizza attack, you see the Mesmer portal beneath him, and yeah, always try to kill the ads on top of the boss so he removes the stack of Xyra's Embrace, so we get the break bar, so we deal lots of damage later on. You see the statue coming. You see a knockdown, we kill the ad on top of him. The KC...
Stay here, Undead, come here.
You can stay here. You can stay here. Usually what Undead did is not wrong, we just killed it fast enough. But if we didn't kill the champion ad fast enough, we would have to prevent mergers by having the fixated player stand a bit away. So we got the break bar down again, that's great. We repeat the green circle phase again. 2 people per circle, great. Others are.
If you want to come it in, if you want it to come inside, you need to move even farther. They have a range. If I can pick up my beer without having to get up, then I will not get up.
Basically, you see they have this this attack, this AoE. That's basically their attack range. You need to stand further away from them, so their attack range does coincide with standing inside the keep construct. What other things let's talk about? Yeah, we didn't really get the other mid event, which is circles on top of us, which we need to split up like during the Matthias encounter, but this time these circles are bigger. And so basically everyone goes away from each other, don't stack them on top of each other, unless you are the fixated player. You stand, the fixated player and the tank stand inside the boss, other players walk out with that circle. And did we forget something else? Oh, that's about it. The only thing I could think of is the pizza slice attack. You get more pizza slices the further we progress in the fight. Now we are at a sort of mini event, which is the Twisted Castle, because Xyra is a god of a mesmer. She has these portals everywhere, and it is, if you don't know the path, it's kind of random. Just try to stick with me. Do we have someone for the far? Yeah, I see someone does it already. We have a mesmer for the jump here, so we can have it easier. Great job. You wait until the portal lights up, and then you use it.
Thank you,
Focus is
Mesmer.
doing the triple button. Basically, if you see these haunting statues, you try to face them. They are like weeping angels from Doctor Who, and will run towards you if you don't face them. Also have this AOE beneath them, which if you get inside that AOE, you will get teleported to the start of the arena. During this entire encounter, we trigger some buttons on the floor, which do bell ding dongs. That's very hard to get to. We need to move the statue a bit because you can't get through it. It's unfortunate, but you can't get through that statue. Yeah. Dolph, let's go. We can do this. Like, at this point, we just need to reach the end. Dolph, look at the statues. Don't let them get to me, please.
Okay. Oh wow, that's a lot to look at. Oh,
Save me!
look, I'm looking at
do it.
them. I'm looking.
Okay, come to me. I need some heals as well.
Okay, I'm trying.
So yeah, we trigger these buttons along the way. We try not to die, not to get pushed off. Like with escorts, stun breaks is more important than your damage. Otherwise, we move to the end because now all the buttons are triggered.
This is the first
And
time
I
I've
just
made
need
it
to open
through.
the door. You can still fall down because the bricks there are not very well made. Like, I would talk to the mason and say they did a poor job.
Yeah, if you were
The
a
buttons
Karen.
are all triggered
Oh, I
because
fell.
we got through.
I spoke
I
to
make the ding dong. You just had to survive like 2 seconds longer and you would have made it. That's the Twisted Castle event. Haunting statues, lots of ads, lots of portals, many ports. If you died during that and did not yet do it this week, you can GG, respawn like me who just fell down. You will respawn on Xera's platform, but you can take the ley rift to the Twisted Castle and go inside the only lit up portal, and then your auto loot should kick in and give you the LI, and if it doesn't, walk up the stairs to the big loot box. After that, you can GG or take the portal to go to Xera. Yeah. Just give me a short water break, please. I'm not catching up with all the explanation because we go through too far. Yeah. Take off 2 minutes, take the toilet or something else. I know Dolph needs his toilet as well already. See you very soon.
Yeah, my bladder. You know what? I'm gonna accept that suggestion. I'll be right back.
Your life is mine.
Okay. Since we have many experienced players already, I'm just gonna go through the pre-event real fast because we're still lacking a few players, I think, and Undead doesn't need an explanation. He will only wipe us with the special action key, probably. So this is Xera. As you can see, she's the High Inquisitor of the White Mantle, a title at this point only shared with Cordicus. It's the highest title in the organization. And she's trying to revive Lazarus while Cordicus is dealing with all the White Mantle affairs in Kryta. Okay, it's good for me. I will cancel that one. It's just to see who's here. So yeah, Xera is a very powerful mesmer. She's taunting us. This is not really her, it's just an illusion. As soon as that illusion dies, the main fight will start. First up, before we even get to Xera, we have to face a couple of mundane pre-events. The first one is like KC orb pushing, which only the druid did, but this time there will be 3 orbs. we need to push them in the rifts, while avoid pushing them off the platform or inside the orange AoEs. These rifts, these orbs can be pushed with any sort of damage, which pushes them away from the source of the damage, or using pulse pushes, which work normally as well. After all the 3 orbs are pushed, the shield around the bloodstone shard in the middle will disappear and we can attack it. We try not to stand on top of the bloodstone shard because it shoots out projectiles which give you a lot of confusion, and you would kill yourself if you stand on top of it. So just stand a bit away, like not even max melee range, just not directly on top of it, and you're fine. After we kill that bloodstone shard, we move to the next platform. There will be 3 buttons like during the Twisted Castle, but this time we need people continuously standing on them. If you stand on top of a button, you will not be in melee range of the boss, of the bloodstone shard. Only if all 3 buttons are covered at the same time, we will be able to attack the bloodstone shard in the middle. And that's why we have 3 people per side which do the buttons. Please write in party chat which button you want to do. It's left, it's right, and it's far. These directions are based on
Oh, I got the guts.
these directions are based on where we come on the platform. So we use the lay rift to come to the platform. Then left one is left of you, right one right of you, and far one is the furthest away.
Undead focus.
So, good people who like to do buttons are any source that don't need to be in melee range to deal DPS or are not DPS players at all. So yeah, we're just waiting. Undead said he'd need 5 minutes. He's gonna be like, I know, but as soon as Undead is back, we're gonna start. You will need to wait a bit for the ley line to spawn, or just glide when you see a line of text on top of your screen. Then you can glide already to the platform. First one orb pushing, next one button pressing. You get a debuff if you stand on top of a button. If that stacks to 11, you get downstate, so you want to move around 9 or 10 stacks, you move clockwise to the next button. And once everyone is in position, like standing besides their button, ready to step on it, only then you step on it. You do not stand on it preemptively, or you will get stacks regardless, and we will have to rotate faster. That's it for the pre-event, and we'll explain the main boss once we get to it. There's not that much going on with the main boss. At some point there will be a check if you deserve a gliding license, but that's it, basically. So, Enzo, do you do the last button? On our side?
Say what?
Are you doing the last button on our side? Now you can glide.
I always decide that on the moment. I never plan ahead. These things.
If you see an orb is already being pushed, you don't need to push it anymore, or you will screw up the other one who is already pushing it, and you don't stand inside that bloodstone shard, or you get the projectiles, you just kill it, and once it's dead, the lay rift to the next platform spawns. We go towards it. Now stand on the buttons. Late there, yes. And if you see you have 9 stacks, you step off it and you rotate.
Rotate.
9 stacks is safe, 10 stacks is
And on.
A is borderline, 11 stacks is downstate. So otherwise we clear this shard. Once it's cleared, we go towards the middle. Here we meet up with the other half of the squad. And we wait until the middle platform spawns. Again, there will be a lay rift. There will also be arrows indicating when you can jump. This is Xera, this is her final form. You do not want to stand in front of her because like the first boss, she has this confusion if you stand in front of her. The break bar at 90%, which prevents her from moving, which makes you deal less damage to her, and which makes her spawn these bloodstone fragments on the outside of the arena faster. These fragments have don't stand on the lit up side, please. These fragments have an AoE field around them. Oh, it's me. You can watch me fail this one. Fragments have an AoE field around them, and if you stand inside it, you will get a debuff stacks. If you kill one, you remove some debuff stacks. We can already move. Kill them, you remove the debuff stacks. If Xera stands inside the AoE, she will transform her conditions into boons, and you know retaliation is as of yet a very dangerous boon to give her. Not with the next patch anymore, I guess. So yeah, we killed her to 50%, which triggers the next phase, the driver's license check. There will be bloodstone shards on top of each of these outer platforms. We rotate, we kill the shard, only then the ley line will spawn for the next platform, and we do this along the way. How did you get up there? Okay, cool. AoE circles are generally bad. If you're low on life, you do not want to go to the next platform yet because you might die to torment stacks on top of you. If you see a wall in front of you, you want to move around it. Because ace tanking the wall is like driving into, I guess, a wall. And it will... I know this was very bad. You don't have to tell me twice. Yeah. Otherwise, we are very fast with this. If you see the tower is still ensnared by some ribbons, you will take damage when you're on it. So just wait until the ribbons go away.
Luke
You're
says,
very low life, but you made it. You made it. I'm glad you made it.
Luke says
So yeah,
10 out of 10
someone
Focus
died again. Probably a driver's license fail. I didn't see it. Anyway, now we enter the... Now we enter the next phase, which is basically like the first phase. The only difference here is at 40%, at the 20%, 5 people will get teleported to another platform. And we'll have to do the pre-event again, basically. The first part at 40% is the orb pushing pre-event. The second part at 20% is the button pre-event. So you know what to do. If both healers get teleported, I ask one of them to come back down, so we don't die. To certain things here. You saw what the boss does is this covers half the arena. That's a gravity well attack. You do not want to stand on the lit up side because it does gravity well things like the chrono. You see these ads, we pull them in, we cleave them down, we break the bar. This time, because we have less DPS,
Clear circle, please.
We have less DPS because of the teleports, we clear the marker which Kenzo just called. We clear the 2 shards to the left and 2 shards to the right of it. So we don't have any AoE, so we can pull Xera outside. We need to pull her outside at this point, because in the middle there will be like a laser beam, which will shoot out projectiles towards the edge of the arena. These projectiles hurt a lot, and they also spawn an AoE underneath you if you're hit. And that... I'm gonna take that. Step on it. Wait, did you get ported? I don't know. Okay, just rotate please.
Rotate.
And step on it.
There we go.
I don't know. And the soul beast can deal with them, I just for them. And go off. Do your next one. And step on it again. So we're gonna take some more time here because healer had to go off again. I just guess someone will, yeah. Just kill it now, please, because the people downstairs have problems by now, I think. So while we are doing this pre-event, basically all this stuff still happens. Once you get down from the platform, you are invulnerable for a few seconds. We cleared the marker because again, Xera would love to stand in them because of the laser and other things.
Yay!
And the main group, I'm surprised the 5 people managed to kill her that quickly while we were still trolling with our button. Now we fall down. You don't need to worry about it. You can't die here, or you can die here if you're really bad.
Yay!
You will get then teleported to the last area of this thing. You can loot your boss chest here. And you see here, this is the being Sarah wanted to resurrect. Lazarus. We prevented it, hopefully. That's it for this one. We were rather fast on Xera. Did I forget anything? Yeah. You see some people got a special action key, which was indicated by them getting a special action key and their name coming up on our screen, so we all know whose fault this is. It is for a wipe. If you get a special action key, you wait for certain indicators, which are basically the line Xera is poised for a deadly attack disappearing, or the the ribbon beings on the edge of the arena pulling their hands back. Once you see that, you place that special action key on top of the group, on top of us, because it will create a dome, and anyone not standing inside that dome will die. So yeah, now we're on to Wing 4. Are the Wing 4 people here?